Over the years, Batman has faced a variety of villains: a murderous clown, a district attorney with a skin condition, a nerd obsessed with riddles, and even a man who loves Alice in Wonderland a bit too much. But none of them compare to the villain. Batman was always destined to face the one who could eclipse them all. The reason he hasn't encountered him yet is because of a choice he made early in his career. Today, I want to talk about Batman's greatest villain that never was, Dick Grayson. Grayson, who most know as a hero, is a symbol of hope, a leader in the Bat family. As the first Robin, he went on to lead the Teen Titans, then the Titans, and eventually the Justice League. His transition into the hero Nightwing, a vigilante often stationed in Bloodhaven, would see him gain renown for his combat prowess and his unwavering heart of gold. Trained by Batman, Dick Grayson possesses peak human athleticism, acrobatics, and an indomitable will. He successfully escaped the shadow of the Bat, becoming more of an equal than a sidekick. Dick even assumed the mantle of Batman for a time. Throughout his history, he's proven integral in countless stories, often preventing what would have been disastrous outcomes if not for his intervention. But what if things had taken a darker turn? What if Gotham's original Boy Wonder never became Nightwing? What if, instead, he became the deadliest weapon the Court of Owls ever created? Let's explore this alternate reality. First, for those who aren't familiar with the Court of Owls, here is a quick breakdown. The Court of Owls is an ancient society deeply embedded in Gotham's history, controlling the city from the shadows for centuries. To enforce their power, they have Talons, elite assassins, trained from childhood and embedded with Electrum to make them nearly unstoppable. These Talons are trained to kill without question, without hesitation. They are, in every sense, the perfect weapon. When Dick was a kid, he was part of the infamous circus performers, the Flying Graysons, alongside his parents, Mary and John Grayson. Tragedy would strike the future hero when a mobster named Tony Zuko sabotaged their performance, causing Dick's parents to fall to their deaths. Bruce Wayne, who happened to be in the crowd that night on a date, saw a young boy eerily similar to him, dealing with the loss of his parents, and decided to take him in. Over time, after Dick showed skills and abilities that could aid Batman in his war on crime, the latter allowed the boy to assume the mantle of Robin, marking the first incarnation of the dynamic duo in DC Comics. What isn't commonly known, however, is that young Dick Grayson was set to become the Court of Owls' greatest Talon. As a Grayson, a lineage that traces back to various generations of assassins for the court, combined with his unmatched agility, fearlessness, and natural talent, he was the perfect candidate. In fact, his grandfather, William Cobb, was one of the court's most skilled Talons, who we saw in several media battling the Bat family. The court saw Dick not only as a powerful weapon, but also as the heir to their empire. They recognized in him a deadly potential that Gotham had never seen. It was the decision by Bruce, or perhaps the happenstance of him being at the circus that night, that ultimately saved Grayson from a life of killing. Under the court's control, Dick Grayson becomes a lethal force. He would be trained from childhood, going on a similar journey as Bruce, except under the guidance of Cobb, studying various skills from masters across the world. Once he finishes, he will return to Gotham and begin to eliminate any threat to the court's power over Gotham. As a Talon, he would be relentless, efficient, and remorseless. This would put Bruce directly into his crosshairs as the court has targeted the billionaire, vigilante, but were unsuccessful with their assassins like Lincoln March or William Cobb. There are also ramifications that come with Dick never meeting Bruce as a kid or becoming Robin, but we will cover that in a bit. Dick Grayson becoming a Talon instead of Bruce Wayne's ward, and the Boy Wonder would have massive ramifications on Batman and his future Bat family. His adoption by Bruce set the foundation for the family dynamic that later included Batgirl, Jason Todd, Tim Drake, and others. Without Dick, Bruce's crime-fighting approach might have changed, possibly leading to fewer wards or even no sidekick at all. Tim Drake, inspired by Dick's role, may never have become Robin, and while Barbara Gordon might still have become Batgirl, she would likely have operated more independently. Without Dick, Batman's mentorship and the family-oriented structure of the Bat family would have been weaker, altering relationships and reducing the number of allies. The cohesive Bat family may not have existed at all. Additionally, Dick was integral in saving Batman's life early on. Without him, Batman might have died. Future stories where Dick's assistance or influence saved Bruce would be non-existent, potentially cutting short Batman's career. In alternate realities like Earth Zero and the Dark Multiverse, we've seen Dick as a Talon. This underscores his complexity as a character, capable of both leading and inspiring others, while also being a deadly threat. Dick Grayson, the original Robin and leader of the Titans, remains one of DC's most compelling and versatile characters.